All right, guys, I'm so excited for tonight's call. It is, what is it, Tuesday, May 22nd. Still have like 8 days left in the month. There's so much awesomeness that you guys can get it going in that time span. There's one suggestion I can make just based off of some of us that have had one-on-one conversations in the past week is, guys, I know that you listen to a lot of Ashley Faudyson calls and you've seen a lot of what Kate Morgan is doing and stuff. It's not just about sending like 70 invites a day. Okay, the key and the magic is in your follow-up. And the more that you can dive into that and just know that that is just as important, right? The whole idea behind tracking these people's names and to let them know that it's not just a number. You took time to look at their page, to like their photos, to comment genuinely on a photo that they shared. So make sure that you are giving just as much time to those follow-ups, okay? So let's do some quick recognition. Super excited. So Jenna is leading off the tribe this month so far with Success Club 8. I'm right behind you with Success Club 8 as of today, finally. And then we do have Jess with 2 lives changed, Katie, Brindle, and Shauna as well with 2. This is not officially updated so far this week. So if you guys have helped anybody start their journey with you so far this month, I will make sure to make note of that and shout you out this week. So other than that, I am so effing excited for you guys to start this call with Hayley. So you guys obviously have been stalking the shit out of her just as much as I have. If you guys don't know, she does live here in Wilmington. But I'm just going to break down what her stats are. Again, I always say to you guys too, don't get so caught up in the number. One of the reasons that I love following Hayley's journey so much is that didn't even know she hit fucking elite. They woke up one day and got a call from corporate. And that's when you know that you have fallen in love with your journey, that you are here for a bigger purpose than just a Success Club number. But guys, in time, all that stuff starts to blow up, okay? So real quick, Hayley's been coaching for 4 years, right? So what was the other thing that we talked about the other day? If you guys saw that Brittany Leggett call on the recording of Ashley Faudyson's team, Brittany Leggett said that the biggest things that she has that you don't or we don't is she has her own personality, which is fine because you have your own and she doesn't have that. And then she has the time in this business, okay? So Hayley is going on 4 years, but really started putting in the work about 2 years ago. Which is funny because it was this time last year that she really started to blow up. And I remember the first team call that she was on was in May of Team Boom. And I just remember being like, if this girl can do this, I know I can do this because I feel awkward as fuck every time I do something. And she's just owning it. So there's no reason I can't do this too. And you're all in that same position. She is right now an 8-star diamond, super awesome. So that she's earning the 2 and the 5-star diamond bonus, which comes out quarterly. She is a 6-figure earner. Duh. You guys have seen her, commission posts and just her bonuses and things like that. And then she's a Success Club 10 legend. Okay, so that means that every month for the past 2 years, Hayley has been helping at least 5 girls change their life, maybe a dude or 2, every single month with her. Okay, again, success leaves clues. So Hayley, I'm just going to hand it over to you and you can just start dropping some awesomeness.
Oh my God, I never do team call without tequila. So bear with me. All right. So I really know this is going to be a chill call. So just ask questions. And if you guys don't ask questions because you're scared, then we're not friends because I don't like doing this and I'm scared doing it. So it's not fair. So yeah, I've been doing it for 4 years. She was saying that I just started doing the business 2 years ago. So for the first 2 years, I posted every day on Facebook and Instagram. And I just was like, I worked. And I really did think I was working. That's the sad part. And somebody would comment on my thing and I'd be like, comment back. That's working, So that would be my job. And, if somebody messaged me, I would write them back. That was me actually thinking I was working. But to me now, posts are 5% of this and the messaging is 95%. So posting, I only post sometimes even once a day. No matter what, I will always post every single day, no matter what. But I'm not worried so much about the friggin' 3 to 5 posts anymore. I will do one awesome post than 3 to 5 pointless, stupid posts. Like, please, if you're going to do one post, then make sure it's awesome, especially if you're working. Make sure you have a piece of your story in there. I'll talk about that for sure a little later. And again, don't mind me, I might be all over the place, but yeah, I was just super scared. I don't know. I honestly, I always acted, I mean, I am tough, but like, I do care what people think about me. And I cared so much more like when I was new. And now once I decided to make this an actual business, I just don't care anymore. I still do, but like, I just don't, because I'd much rather be successful than, watch them sit at the desk for the rest of their lives. So I'll be like, cool, whatever. Hate me. I don't really care. So, let's see, I have notes right next to me. So 2 years in, yeah, I did like hardly anything. I just was too scared. I didn't want my friends and family to make fun of me. Like, and when they did, I got really sad. When they deleted me, I got really sad. And then, I moved from Boston to Wilmington like 3 years ago now. And I just figured, cool. I'm a Beachbody coach. I can work anywhere, even though before that, guys, I was working 19-hour days when I first started. I worked 9 to 5 as a hairdresser and then 5 to 3 o'clock in the morning behind the bar. So I basically left both of those jobs and I was like, it's fine. I'm a diamond coach. I make money. And then I didn't realize how much money I did not make until I moved. And I was like, oh my God, I cannot go back to bartending and I will never go back to hairdressing. Like, what am I going to do? So of course I like applied at all the bars. I got everyone asked me like, yes, because I worked at the same bar for 10 years. Everyone said yes. I trained for one day and then I was like, oh my God, I never want to be on a schedule again. I can't do it. I did it for 10 years. Well, at the bar for 10 years. I worked since I was 14. I was like, I just can't do that anymore. So that was 2 years in. So 2 years in, I was literally crying because I had no money. Patrick, my husband, his job fell through. So we were living off credit cards. And my Beachbody money, diamond money. And guys, diamonds, I'm sorry, like that's your first rank to start making a lot of money. Like the highest cycles, I should say, but you really don't make too much money as a diamond. And I'll tell you more about that in a second, but I wasn't making much as a diamond coach. So that day, I remember I was in a line in the grocery store at Harris Teeter, and I was like, I saw my husband shuffling through all the credit cards, which one he should use. And I had like the worst anxiety attack right there. And I was like, oh my God, I can't live like this for like ever. I have a whole business that I can make $1 million with or more. And I'm just not, because I'm a little bitch, So I said, I'm done. I'm done pretending to be like a Beachbody coach. I'm done having Patrick reread my posts to make sure they're perfect. I'm done pretending to be somebody I'm not. I'm done pretending to be like Amy Silverman or my friend Colleen or whoever it is. I was done. I was like, this is my business. It's not theirs. I want to have fun with my business. Like the only way to have fun is legit being yourself, because then all these awesome people come your way. So I didn't care if I swore or if I didn't make sense all the time or if I made an inside joke and only 4 people got it. Like I literally did not care. And I was like, oh, whatever, if somebody likes it, they're my people and they're going to stay with me. And whoever thinks I'm crazy, like they can delete me because I don't want them on my team anyways. So I started being 100% myself and I started that Gangster Rap Connections. I made that up. I'm not going to explain it too much. You can ask me questions at the end, but, you can just go to the Beachbody Champions page and look up Gangster Rap Connections. It's probably one of the top still. It's always friggin' right there when you go to the Beachbody Champions page. It's for like shy people that are really too scared to invite, and that was me. So I made up that Gangster Rap Connections, which is basically, I'll say it really quick, not really into detail, but I messaged basically 26 people every other day. And I did it every other day for a reason. I had fun when I was doing it. I put my own attitude in it because I was blasting music that made me come out, and then I did the 26 names no matter what. I don't know if you guys know my hashtag, don't be a bitch, hit send. So I had to make sure no matter what, oh my God, it's a business. I'm so scared. I'm so awkward. Who cares? Hit send. So I was like, whatever, I'm just trying to help. I'm not trying to like sell anything. I'm literally just trying to help. I'm just trying to make a friend. I'm not doing anything bad. I want to be a millionaire. I want to make money. I don't want to be struggling anymore. So I just hit send, and if they liked it, they did. If they responded, they did. If they didn't, they didn't. Like, it's okay. So I did the Gangster App Connections. You guys, I really want to explain it like so bad, but it's like a whole nother call. So just please definitely go check that out. So I stayed diamond for basically 3 years. And so year 2, that's when I was like, oh my God, I hate myself. This sucks. I have no money. I moved. I was so poor. And then I made the Gangster App Connections app. I did the Gangster App Connections for a whole entire year. I nonstop, guys, nonstop, and still diamond. I still stayed diamond. But for the first time ever, I was actually working, not like just commenting and making a post. So most people during that time would be like, I'm doing all the work. I'm just not rank advancing. I'm just not making any money. And they'd quit because they'd be like, I'm putting all this work in and I'm staying the same. I never thought about quitting ever. I was a hairdresser and a bartender, and I quit both. And I really, being on a schedule gives me the worst anxiety. Like today, just because I had this call and I had anxiety because of it. I was like, oh my God, I have to be somewhere at 7:00. Like, I'm not kidding. It was like really bad. And then I have a call after this at 8:30, like my call. And I was like, I just don't know if I can do both. It's a lot. Like, I don't like being on a schedule at all. So, oh fuck, I forgot what I was going to say. Hold on.
Just to kind of go off on that super quick so you can get your train of thought. I'm the same way as far as like anxiety with the schedule. And it's funny because I had somebody kind of like attack me the other day about it. And they were like, I planned my whole night around this 8:00 call. And I was like, oh God. I was like, yeah, no. Then, and it was like the first time I think that when you can confidently say to somebody, girl, I think we met for a reason, but maybe I'm not the right coach for you. And just to be able to say like, I'm not somebody that's always going to be there at 8 just because I say that. And I'm sorry. And that could be flaky, but that is just my anxiety. You're right. Like I can do 8:05, but because you said 8, it like kind of like freaks me out. I don't know why.
I was going to tell you that I was going to be a little late.
Seriously though.
But no, yeah. So I stayed the same. Thanks for doing that. Cause I figured it out. So, I would never be able to figure it out if I had people staring at me while I was trying to. So I stayed the same during the whole entire thing. And most people, would want to quit, but I was like, okay, I was a hairdresser and a bartender, and I was never going to make any type of money, real money, to like live an awesome life with that. So in my head, I didn't, finish college. I don't have a business. I don't know anything about business. I still hate computers so much. I never took a selfie before this. So I just knew in my heart that I was like, you know what? My coach made it to the Millionaires Club in 3.5 years. I was like, if he can do that, he's like a business guy. He loves computers. I can do it in 10 years. And yes, Keith makes more money than friggin' like Amy Silverman, like anyone. And he just literally sits back and creates leaders and hardly works. And that's the life that I want. So I'm literally like trying to do what he does. But I just was like, okay, cool. He can do it in 3.5. I'll do it in 10. Cause like, who am I? I can't, it takes me a while, And I was for some reason fine with that. I was like, I'm going to be getting in shape, helping a couple people and staying accountable on social media. Cool. So I was always happy with where I was, no matter what. If I made $50, I'd be like, oh my God, I made $50 from being on my phone. Or like working out. I get paid literally just to work out and show you guys that like I show up every day. So I was always happy with where I was, but I never thought about quitting. I never was like, this is like not working. I just really hate when people do that. I have a lot of new coaches right now and they're like, it's like not working. I'm like, you should really plan on being here like in 3 or 4 years, because otherwise you're going to quit if you have that friggin' mindset right now. So anyway, after that year of Gangster App Connections, it was literally last May. It was the March Dash to Diamond. I was in like this thing with like Keith Callahan, like Push to Diamond group. And all of a sudden, all of that hard work that I did that year piled up, and I blew up quick. I literally from in April to May, I went from diamond to 8-star. Literally 1, 2, 3, 4 every single week. He was like, and 5-star and 6-star, and I was like, oh my god. So it was just from me actually putting in the work. And I have this quote that I still have here because it can slap you right in the mouth if you're like being an idiot. Do your actions match your mouth? And if you're like, I want to be a different rank at Summit this year, and you're just not, or like at the end of whatever, June, I want to be a diamond, and then you're just like not. So like, are you even doing the things to get there? Or are you just saying those things to make yourself feel better that day? So that's what I used to do. I used to be like, I'm going to be 5-star next Summit. And I was just saying it to feel better at that moment and to make Keith like me, So like, are you even doing the things to get there or no? So now I have like 11 or 12 stars, combined and everything. And I honestly feel like I'm just getting started. To tell you the truth, last year was the first time I ever like had money in my whole entire life. And because as soon as I hit 2-star, all of a sudden I started making like all the money. And I'll tell you about that too in a second. It's down here. But last year I kind of was like, oh my God. So I never got to travel in my life. I never had money in my life. So I bought a bunch of cool things. I literally traveled probably twice a month, every single month. And I'm finally over it. Thank God. I'm kind of glad I got over it. Now I'm like, so more focused than ever. I feel like I would have been like 15-star plus right now if I actually didn't go anywhere last year, but I had fun and I don't regret one single little thing. And now it's time to go to work again. But anyway, I kind of like did a little category, unstuck yourself. I didn't swear for you guys. So the whole taking action thing, do your actions match your mouth? Like think right now, are you seeing if this is going to work for you, or are you making it work for you? Because if so many people are like, I'm just going to see if it works. Like, it will never work if you just see if it works. Guys, you have to put the work in. No one's going to come to you. And if they do, you're really lucky. I remember when I was new, people came to me and I was like, this business is so cool. And then it's like 3 months later, 4 months later, and no one comes to you anymore. You have to work really, really hard for people to be like attracted to you. So I was saying, how can you attract awesome and have an awesome team if you're not awesome? And I'm not calling you not awesome. I don't really know you, but think to yourself, like, are you even posting about the business? If you're not, and you're saying to yourself, why am I not attracting business builders? It's because you're not posting about the business. Most people are like so dumb and they have no idea that this is even a business. So like make a day. I love talking about the business, like on Thursdays when you get paid. And even if you're not getting paid or you are getting paid, even if it's just like $50, like I get so pissed when someone's like, oh, like they think like they can't tell me what their money because I make a lot of like, not a lot, just I make a lot of money to me now. They're like, I should just been like $50. And I'm like, are you serious? So my mom has 4 daughters and we had no money growing up, none at all. She had to go to the Salvation Army to get free groceries, like free food. So $50 a week would have saved her, $200 a month would have saved her and fed us. She's got free friggin' Christmas presents from Salvation Army. Like, shut up about that $50 and help somebody with it. Tell everybody about it. So I always make people share like their little wins, and little wins to me are honestly huge because once you get that little win, you never want to go below it. And then you really work harder to get to $60 next week or whatever it is, or double it. So what else? You get what you attract, like you get what you put out there. If you're only talking about challenge groups, that's all you're going to sign up. It's just challengers. And if you're not educating yourself on Chickology, you're going to get people challengers that just quit, Are you doing scroll stopping photos? And I'll talk more about that too. Don't worry. I swear to God, I won't forget the stuff I'm going to talk about. Are you, with those scroll stopping photos, Are you inviting every single day with them, like inside of them? Are you posting about a little bit about your story? I really hate the posts, and I'm not trying to like bash anyone because I did this when I was new. Like infomercial posts, like, do you feel like you need to lose weight today or something? Like, are you feeling bloated? Like, don't talk like that. Just be like, tell a story about yourself. Like, I remember, whatever. I went to like a changing room in a Target when I was like, whenever I first started this, and this is a true story. I'll just say it. Before coaching or before all this, I used to like, my legs were huge. And every time I went to go buy jeans, I would have to go up to the next size, next size, next size. It was like the shittiest feeling. I would try to blame it on like little kids. Just kids nowadays, they have sizes so small, And so I would, instead of being like, do you feel like you're going up in jean sizes? I'd be like, tell that story and then be like, I totally understand what you're going through. So if you can relate, and then I would probably make a joke, who can relate? You guys know that song. Anyway, please comment below or send me a message so I can help. I'm not just posting for likes or just for the attention. I'm honestly, truly put on this earth to help you and help you feel better the way I feel better. I have this group starting in the state. I would love more than anything to have you. I can help you lose at least up to 5 to 15 pounds in 3 weeks from home or your money back. I'm not here to convince. I truly want to help. So let me know. So, are you doing stuff like that? Are you in your stories every single day, no matter what? In my stories every single day, no matter what, I try to invite to something, no matter what. So I have things all the time. I either have a challenge group coming up. If it's in the middle of the challenge group, I'll talk about, I have like a What the F is a Coach group. It's like a free informational group on like, what is a coach? I have like, right now I have like a sneak peek into To Be Mindset. I called it like mental gains, sneak peek into mental gain, preview into mental gains or something like that. I just don't like using Beachbody words at all. So I have that. Like, what else do I have? That's it really. I have a What the F is a Challenge group, What the F is a Boot Camp or whatever. I usually explain it, but if I don't have time at all, like, or someone's asking me like way too many questions for life, and I'm like, dude, I have this group, just go in there. Let me know if it's for you or not. And I literally explain like everything that you get, what the challenge group's all about, how we give away prizes, how much it costs, all that. I'll answer the questions at the end. Otherwise, you guys would like think I was the worst person in the world. Are you getting a transformation in and out? Are you reading every day? And if you're reading, share it, guys. I'm a really slow learner. I can't read friggin' 10 pages a day. I have to read like 2 and take action on what I read and share a quote, share with my team. I don't just hoard information and hoard quotes. Like whatever I'm learning, I literally share and take action on immediately. But people love your transformation from the inside out. Because like my first live video, I blacked out, couldn't see anything. Like it was the worst thing ever. My face turned bright red. I literally couldn't see the screen anymore. So now that I'm friggin' on stage now, people are like, holy shit, her transformation now. Not just transformation, like her transformation. So you have to like get out of your comfort zone to get that type of transformation. Because I don't like that, but I do it anyway. Because again, I don't want to be basic. I'm not trying to live like a normal, basic ass life. So you have to say yes to things that make you uncomfortable. Are you getting a legit transformation? So you don't ever have to convince people that it's true, that it's real, that it works. If someone is like, well, I don't really trust you. I'm like, do you not see my transformation? Like, all I have to do is like, look at my transformation. And if they don't like it or trust me, then I don't like them. Like, I'm not lying. So I never have to convince anyone that it works ever because I have a transformation. And even it's like, I had a transformation my first challenge. I really did. I treated it like a job, and eventually it started treating me like a job. I talk about pizza and tequila and all that shit. But when I was a new coach, I was not having that shit at all. I was like, nope, I need a transformation so people can trust me immediately so I can make money immediately. So I crushed the challenges. When the challenge was over, I had a piece of pizza, I had a glass of wine or something. And then it got right back to the next challenge. And I got insane results really quickly. And nothing ever worked, guys. I'm not like I'm lucky. I went to the gym, I went running. Nothing worked besides this because I gave it my all. And I got I got a transformation, and then I keep working on my transformation. I'm always trying to be better, So are you doing that? Are you, let's see. So I said scroll stopping, inviting in your story, talking about legit pieces of your story every day, talking about the business, talking about the challenge, inviting to free things, inviting to anything. Are you getting inside and out transformation? Are you reading? All that. The better you become, basically, the better you attract. So if you're like staying the same, reading the same book all the time, and basically not pushing yourself during your workouts, like your business is just not going to grow. You need to like read different books, even if they're not the ones for you right now. Like you have to learn them. Like right now I'm reading Girl Wash Your Face. It's not the best book for me at the time, but because of this book, I'm making every one of my challengers for the 2B Mindset read it. Because it's all about, well, first of all, I called my group Mental Gains because I want it, both, but not quitting on yourself. So the books, maybe it's not the best for me, but all of a sudden I have a new awesome book for my challengers. So stuff like that. But so yeah, you have to be awesome to attract it. So now, guys, everyone's like, how do you just like get all these girls that are like doing the business? Because I am, because I'm awesome. I post every single day with a scroll stopping photo, with a piece of my story, with an invite. I'm on my story every single day, no matter what, even today when I had anxiety, I am getting a transformation from the inside out. I'm sharing when I'm scared. I'm doing it anyway. I'm reading. I'm sharing what I'm reading. I'm getting better every single day. So now when I have girls that sign up, they automatically know it's hard because I always talk about how hard it is and how it took me a while. So they know it's going to take them a while. They know it's a little bit hard, but it's worth it. They know they automatically do scroll stopping photos, they automatically are telling their story with an invite, and they're automatically using their story. Like if I wasn't doing that, they wouldn't. And I'd be like, why don't I have like awesome business builders? You have to do the things that you want your people to do. Okay. So I was like, I'm kind of like nervous to say this because I'm pretty tough love. And when it's a big group, I'm like, don't care. But the small group, I feel like really mean. But
oh my God, just go for it. I'm literally like this all the time.
Okay. So basically, like if you had to make this work, this is how crazy I am. If like sometimes say, day one, like June 1st, if I'm at Success Club 0, I'm like, oh my God, it freaks me out so hard. So I'll tell my team, okay, guys, if I don't help 5 people today, my hair is going to fall out. Or, oh my God, if I don't help 5 people today, if I don't get 5-star by the end of this month, then I'm going to get kicked out of my house. All right. Tell me that if you had to get diamond by the end of June, or you'd literally be homeless, or your dogs would run away, or your hair would fall out, or like your boyfriend would break up with you, tell me you wouldn't do everything and anything to make that happen. You would. Like no matter what, you're like, oh my God, you would literally message every single person on your Facebook, every single person you're following, every single one of people on your phone. You'd be taking people out to friggin' lunch. You would do whatever it takes to make sure you don't lose your hair, or your finger doesn't get cut off or something. You would make sure to make that happen. So why don't you act like that every day? So imagine if you really did act like that every day, and actually the things that you said you were going to do, you really did, and you'd actually really work so hard for the dreams that you were talking about, where you would be in even like 6 months, so far. But people just like think that they have another life coming for them one day. They're like, well, one day I'll make this work. Like maybe no, like you're not going to get another life. Like, don't you want your awesome life soon? You have to work really hard for it, and you have to do the things to get you there. So I just honestly, like if you had to get, honestly guys, diamond, you guys all can do it by the end of June. I've had people do it in 3 weeks. I did it myself in 3 weeks when I got to 2-star. It's so possible if you need it to work. I'm not telling you maybe you should quit your second job or whatever, or I don't know, but sometimes you need to be desperate to make this work. Otherwise, it's just going to take forever. So maybe you have to cut down a day to struggle a little bit to actually make this work. But my coach always told me you got to be super inspired to be successful in this business or desperate. And I was desperate. So let's see. 2-star is where my whole life changed. I was making like money I couldn't really live off of. And then 2-star happened. And then when you're 2-star, you get to open up another business center. I opened it up under my weak side. And I know you guys might not know what this means because you're brand new, but I opened it up under my weak side. And I am an awesome coach. So Hayley Christian, brand new, you had to open up another business center. So I literally, in my sponsorship drill down, have Hayley Christian. So I put her on my weak side. Hayley Christian is a rock star coach. She gives me so much volume, which gives me so much money. You know what I mean? So that's all of a sudden how I started making all my money, is because myself was awesome. So you guys can do that. And then all of a sudden, since I became a diamond out of myself, that's 3-star. Make my husband diamond, that's 4-star. You know, I had somebody else that randomly popped 5. And then you get the bonuses and all that shit. It just starts happening if you don't slow down. But if you even slow down for a second, like lose the momentum, like, cool, do you want to start over again? You know, don't. I get so slow. My coach always says slow sucks, fast is fun. So I'm always trying to like just have fun. When I'm going fast, it's more fun to me. When it's slow, I'm like, this is boring, this is dumb, I don't even want to do it. So I know that you guys are emeralds right now for the most part, like, and diamond is, it's so doable. Like now, if you had to do it tonight, guys, or you'd literally wake up tomorrow with no house, you would all get it. So get a date. And I don't want to hear like 6 months from now. I never, if I were you, my coaches, I tell them, my brand new coaches, I want you to get emerald by tonight and diamond in 30 days. And that's kind of what flipped my whole everything. That's why I have, I think, 12 diamonds combined, because I changed that. I don't act like emerald's hard anymore. I act like diamond's super easy. Because if you act like it's hard, it's going to take 6 months, they're going to think it's so hard it takes 6 months. If you are like, hey, I want you to get, emerald by tonight, so easy, just have like your boyfriend and your mom, or your boyfriend and your freaking cat or something, like, it's totally doable. Emerald, what's today's date? And they're like, it's the 22nd. I'm like, cool, okay. So June 22nd. And then, guys, the worst thing that happen is they get it in a couple months later than that. And that's diamond in 3 months. That's so awesome for you and them. And then if they get hard on themselves, they don't hit it, just like, dude, just change the date. It's like, it's okay. You're going to have fun. Just change the date. But like, I really want you to go for it. All right. So obviously, I want you guys all to get diamond by the end of June. It'd be so cool. Are you guys going to Summit? It'd be so cool because you don't have to wait for the 6 weeks to make it official. It'd be so cool if you guys did it for Summit. So it's basically a little bit less than a month. And if you guys do, you better come up to me and tell me I was on that call with Emily and I did what you said and I made it happen, because I know I can. That'd be so cool. I would love that. Emily, keep me updated, and you guys please message me on Instagram if you guys do it. But after that, don't be like, I am diamond and friggin' stay there. Honestly, go so hard for 2-star, because then you're going to be rich. No, seriously, then your whole business will just completely changes after 2. And it's really cool to get the 2-star bonus and whatever above. So last thing I want to say, and then you guys can ask me questions, was couple Instagram tips. And again, you can ask me any questions about it. This is like super simple stuff. Instagram story, obviously do it or don't. And if you don't, you are nuts. And it's just like the dumbest thing I ever heard. So go on it every single day, no matter what. Share something. And I don't just go on there like, hey, I'm here to share about my free group. No, like today I was saying, hey guys, oh my God, so I have a little bit of anxiety. I woke up this morning to some stupid bitch. She sent me a message and she said to me, this is the truth. This morning, she goes, hi, I'm a psychic and I have to let you know that you are in a lot of danger. Dude, that gave me the worst anxiety for the whole day. I was like, whatever. I like blocked her. I was like, so like, whatever, not a big deal. But all day I was like, what's going to happen? So of course I told that story and saying like, whatever, I have anxiety, but I'm still popping in here. Like I would never not show up. And I had, I did it anyways. I had 3 calls. I'm about to have 2 more, and I can do this. We all can do it. It's just a decision. So then, I didn't do an invite at all yet today, but now, maybe later, depends on my mood. But and what's coming up right now, I'm in the middle of the challenge. I'm not going to be inviting to the challenge. I'll probably be inviting to the 2B Mindset free group, just because I'm good with Success Club for now, and I'm trying to hook it up for next month. Or if I didn't have that group, I'd only talk about the business until the end of the month, basically. Talk about, a success story. Somebody on my team went down a day from work. This girl made her biggest check so far. This person made her first check so far. I made a new friend, business, and invite to the sneak peek, So as far as pictures, so important. And it sounds like it's kind of like not. So obviously I've done something is better than perfect, but they really do matter. So this is what really did change my business as well, is I stopped thinking so much as like network marketing. I also thought about it as it's attraction marketing. So, I much rather do one really pretty awesome attraction, like a, attractive post than, one not at all. So, 3, like whatever basic ones. So I care a lot about my pictures. I look to see what my last picture was. And if it's like an up close selfie of me, I'm not going to take another up close selfie of me that day. I'm going to do one. Different angles, guys, is so important. So the next one would be either a far away selfie using the timer. It would be me in the mirror. It would be me outside. My view, like your camera view of like your friggin' feet and you're shaking your dog or something like that. Your view. Just so you go to the Instagram and it's all breaking up. So that if it was just one picture of a face, you'd be like, oh my God, get me out of here now. So that is very important, the different angles. And then also it sounds like it's not a big deal, but it really, really is a filter. And it's just sticking with one filter and one filter only. You literally have to marry it. So it took me a whole entire night to mess with filters, and I'm so happy I did that. And I use Visco, VSCO. I would tell you my exact filter, but it doesn't matter because my skin tone is different than yours. My hair is different than yours. My lighting is different than yours. So I mess with everything. I don't just do one filter. I honestly move the exposure down a little bit, saturation up a little bit, and I just do that all the time. So if you're going to go to somebody's page and they have like a black and white, a blown out friggin' really bright picture, a dark one, like a slumber Instagram filter, you're gonna be like, oh my God, never again. And you're never gonna see that person ever again. And that's what's gonna happen to you if you have all random shit. So it really does make you look put together and all that. And if you don't have your Instagram as a business account, do that immediately because that makes you look professional. And in my opinion, if somebody is liking my picture in my business, I'm going to be like, why are you in my business? Can I help you? If they're even in my story, why are you in my business? Can I help you? I literally am sending them a message. Hey, can I help you? Basically. So it's literally a business. You cannot feel weird sending a message anymore because it's not personal. It's a business and they're in it. So make sure to change your mindset on that. Really try to find your people. Like, for example, I got a rainbow tattoo not too long ago and I wanted to see other rainbow tattoos. So I went on Instagram, looked up rainbow tattoo hashtags, and then everyone that I thought I could be friends with, I was sending them messages, liking, commenting on a bunch of their pictures, just being like, oh my God, I just looked up the rainbow tattoo hashtags and I just saw you, like, you're so cute. I'm getting a rainbow tattoo today. I loved yours, like, whatever, where are you from? And next day I woke up to like 6 new rainbow tattoo girls and now we're best friends, So another quick thing is, like, say if you're going to go to like Colorado for like a trip, even if you're not, do it anyway. Say Wilmington or something, like I will go look up Colorado, Boulder, Colorado or something and be like, oh my God, I'm thinking about doing like a team retreat. Of course, I would say like team retreat. They're going to be like, what do you mean? So I'm thinking about doing a team retreat in Boulder. I've never been. I was just creeping the hashtags and I saw you live there. Do you love it? You know, do that to a bunch of people. The next day you're going to have a bunch of girls from freaking Boulder. But the thing is, they're not going to be following you back if you don't look like presentable, if you don't have the shit that I was just talking about, if you don't have a transformation and all that, you know? So find your people with that way, looking up the dog you have, the places you want to go, the tattoos that you want to get or you already do have, stuff like that. And the most important part is just be yourself, because if you're not yourself, this business sucks so hard. For a while, I told you I made Patrick reread all my posts. I made him make sure I sounded professional. I made sure to not swear and just be somebody else I wasn't. And like, if anybody did come to me, it was boring. My conversations were boring. I didn't like working. And now that I'm 100% myself, and maybe, you know, on my stories, if I tell like a inside joke or like a line from a movie that I saw or a YouTube video that I saw, I bet you that, say 1,000 people watch my story, I bet you 3 people might get that inside joke from the YouTube video. Those 3 people are going to message me and think I'm hilarious. The rest of the 1,000, they're going to think I'm nuts, and I don't care. So the 3 people are going to end up signing up with me, and I'm going to love our relationship. Guys, I do FaceTimes all the time, basically every single day with all my coaches, and they basically have to tell me to like, okay, Hayley, I have to like go to work now. So like, I just want to talk to them forever, and I just love them so much, and I like literally have so much fun. Like Emily was saying, last year for the first time I got elite, I had no idea. Like, I don't even know what elite means still. I know I should probably learn it so I can teach my team, but I just tell them to Google it. But anyway, I just have fun, and I'll never stop having fun because I already had jobs I didn't like. Why would I do it to this? And that is all.
I love that. Honestly, it is crazy just to see what has happened for you over the past year. And it's just cool, guys, because like I didn't see all of Hayley's like first 2 years in the business, but somebody that I did see, and you guys hear about her all the time, is Ashley Feldison. Like, we were success partners. We both hit diamond at the same time, and she had been in the business about a year longer than me. And so when we just started working together, but she made that shift. She just got sick and tired of sitting someplace, whereas I didn't. I just didn't. We did the same things. We did the same power hours every day. It's nothing different. So like, even with Hayley's gangster rap connections, like, it really just comes down to, are you going to do it or not? So I do have a few questions. I just want to like recap real quick some of the things that I thought that you said is super awesome. So guys, for like, you're going to hear this a lot. You're going to think that you're working a lot, and you have to ask yourself, like, is this moving myself, my own journey forward? And is this moving my business forward? Okay. Like, this is why I always say, like, have set business hours. It doesn't matter. Like, how do I want to word this? I'm somebody that I don't like to have a set schedule. Okay. But I do tell myself, tomorrow I want to work this many hours, and this is what I want to get done. Okay. So I got to make shit happen in those 3 to 4 hours that I've dedicated that I'm going to work. I don't always say I'm going to sit down at 9 and go till 12, because then I get antsy. I feel like it's work. Right. Mm-hmm. But you do want to at least know what you're doing, because again, like she's saying, messages are everything. Now, I do love how she did say, and I did say this to you guys, Hayley has more time in this business than you do. So she can get away with posting 1 time a day because she is in her stories every day. And you share, I mean, I love following your posts, but I feel like your stories are where everything happens. You know, like, your story is kind of, I'll watch your stories first, and I'm like, okay, wait, what is she talking about? And then that's when I go to your page. And I think that that's what you guys really would want to be working on. 1 to 2 posts a day, guys. Reading the 10X rule right now, like Grant Cardone says, the biggest thing you're finding is just obscurity. People just don't know who the hell you are. Mm-hmm. Okay? So just show them every day. I love that you made a Logic reference. I did hear that when you threw that out there. You said one of his lines from one of his songs. Who can relate? What? Who can relate?
Yes.
Yeah. I heard that. That was good. I love that she said Guys, you can't just be motivational all the time. Anybody can scroll through Pinterest or scroll through a BBG girl that's not getting paid, yet she's stubborn as fuck about what she does. Anybody can be motivational, but not everybody is sharing their story. And even if they don't reach out to you, it's just because they're like, holy shit, I could never do that. That's when you have to be like, I remember when I would never talk about this shit, and here I am telling you about mental health problems 24 times a day. But you're giving them a solution too. I love that you do preview groups too into your challenge groups. I used to do them a lot. I don't know why I stopped. So that's, guys, basically just people are like, what the hell is your fitness group, online studio, boot camp, whatever you want to call it. Pick one, stick to it, okay? Just like when you guys watch Hayley's stories, all of you could probably tell that she's doing, I want to say it's like Daisy Duke Project.
Yeah, I just call it DDP, yeah.
Yeah, beat it into their heads to either, one, create FOMO, two, they're just like, okay, she's been talking about enough. What the hell, what is this? Or someone's going to be like, that's cute. I want to be a part of that. You're going to get one of three people, but either way, they're thinking about it, right? So I love that. What I say? I love that you're like, I don't need to convince these people. I can just show them. Same thing with Shakeology, guys. You should not have to convince people that Shakeology is the shit. If you don't believe in it, they're not going to believe in it. If you think it's expensive, they're going to think it's expensive. Okay, so you just have to be like so obsessed with it that talking about it's just natural as hell. So much, dude. Like, you fucking killed it. I love that slow sucks, fast is fun. I was saying that too to Ben. I was like, it's funny that this time last year my problems were that I felt like I didn't have enough people to talk to. I'd be like, at the end of the day, when I'm like, so just new conversations, like there's nobody else to message back or follow up with. And then last week I had 5 coffee dates. So I'm like, panic attack. Like, I almost tried to reschedule some of them because some of this is too much. I can't do all of this. And I was like, no, this is what I worked for. So own it.
Oh my God, you had like real life coffee dates?
I had, yeah. That's how we first met. So, you know.
I know. You're so cute. Oh my God.
Stop.
I was so confused. She like came there with like her bag and everything to work. And I was like, do you work here? And she was like, well, I don't work here, but I work here. And I was like, so you come here to like legit work? She's like, yeah, from this time to this time, I make sure everything's like, all right. I'm like, oh.
And I remember you looked at me, you're like, dude, I didn't even fucking post yet. And I'm like but again, I was thinking so much about it needs to be 3 posts, it needs to be 3. Instead of now, I'm like, you know what? If I have one solid one, I know it's in my stories all day. I know that the people I'm talking to and that are here to do this with me, they know where I'm at. And they don't need to see a post all the time.
Yeah, and you guys, really quick, if you're like, I work full time, I don't have time for a story. Guys, stop pretending like you don't work. You know what I mean? You have to be like, I'm at work. I'm working this business in my car during my lunch hour. If I were you, I'd start promoting it more as a part-time thing, side hustle. Because when you do that, it's so more attractive to everyone. Everyone always thinks like, oh, I actually like my job. I don't want to quit. Or I don't have time. I work a full-time job. You have to like promote it as a side hustle, and you're going to attract so many more people. So yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I like that. No, I like that too. Especially because that's where a lot of you are. And so many of you too are in school still. Like, you're in college. That's crazy. And to be able to tell people that I have a side hustle where I don't have to be like, I can remember my senior year at Pitt, getting ready to study abroad, getting ready for fucking finals, and having to deal with this restaurant server schedule. And I'm just kind of like, the host wouldn't show up, so then I'm seating my own tables. We didn't even have a busser at the time. And I'm like, I just walked away with $30, and I've been here for 7 hours. I didn't get to study. Whereas like at college, I could be doing this and studying at the same time. And don't think, well, if I go there, I know it's set money. If you work this business, you know it's going to bring you money. That's bullshit. You can't say that anymore. I know that I have a few questions that somebody wanted to ask, but you kind of already explained this. How do you find your tribe on social media? Guys, searching things like rainbow tattoo, girl power tattoo, pink hair, what kind of dog you have, all of that stuff. Hayley, do you have a set routine that you do when you work a power hour? Like, do you have a list that you work from, or is at this point you just kind of like know where you need to be spending your time?
So every single day, Monday through Friday, I have a live power hour for my whole entire team. So I, no matter what, do that. Obviously, I do more than just the power hour, but no, I just know now. I'm like, I wish I could tell you, yeah, I do this at this time, I do this at this time, but no, it's just natural. Like, I know no matter what, I have to find a quest. I know that no matter what, I have to message people back. I know no matter what, I have to make an awesome post. Like, it's just, no, I don't.
Okay. And I think that, guys, you're always going to find what works for you too. Okay. So like, there's some coaches that don't do things like, hey girl messages. They just connect, they comment, and it'll be basically they scroll through their story one day and their first message could be something like, dude, your cat is so effing awesome. What's their name? You know, to be like, hey girl, thanks so much for the follow and make it all formal. Your first message could just be you scrolled through their story and that was that. And how more authentic to start a conversation than that? This girl's gonna be like, who the hell is this, right? Then they come to your page and they see that everything looks awesome and you're doing something super cool and you're like girl power all day. They're gonna follow you back. And if they don't, ew. Okay. What do you do to promote your upcoming challenge groups? I guess, how far ahead of time do you start talking about things? And how often are you making a post about it versus your stories? Do you think about that? Do you plan that out? Or is it you just do it every day?
This is actually like, I remember you talking a little bit about this and I was like, I have no topic for my next team call, this one at 8:30. And that's how to promote. So I didn't even write any notes yet for that one. But how to promote. So basically, let me write this down. So like,
yeah, do your thing.
Obviously there's 4 Mondays. Workout. Just give me 1 second. You guys have been getting more questions too.
I'm curious. This is just random. What was the first big ass thing you bought with like one of your first paychecks? Like something that you were like, fuck yeah.
I got my drop top BMW.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. I love it. I love it so much. And then I got Patrick a Harley. So this is What the F is a Coach. This is new coach training. All right. So no matter what, the second Monday of every single month, I have a 3-week challenge group or whatever you want to call it. Okay. So I like basically promote it for like 2 weeks and maybe even up to like day 4 or 5 on the challenge group. I'd be like, I have some last minute friggin' Sallies, procrastinators. I know you really want to get in here. I'm just like you. So I totally get it. Hop in. So that's basically like almost 3 weeks if you think about it. And then once it gets on like day 5, I'm like, okay, no, I'm done. But every day on my story, I do a move of the day. And even if I'm not promoting that challenge group anymore, I worked really hard to get 10K plus followers so I can do like the swipe up option. But if you didn't have that yet, I didn't for a long time, I would at least put an arrow to where it usually says send message, you know, and I would be like, send me a message if you want to lose 5 to 15 pounds in 3 weeks from home. And so even though I didn't say it out loud, I would always say that every move of the day, no matter what. So, you know, later on I would tell a little story about something and then I would be like, okay, so dude, today I made the fattest check I ever made. And even if it was $50, so like, dude, I made $50 today. And I would tell them, you know, what I was going to do with the money. And I'd be like, I'm not, you know, trying to be gross or anything, but like I have this group explaining exactly how I make money and why I show up every day on social media. Send me a message right here, you know, or swipe up if you want more information. Or, you know, swipe up and I would just make them fill out my coach application or something like that. So I would do that for like basically day 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, like basically until a whole week of just business. And then, you know, like I said, I do move of the day being like, send me a message here or whatever. So I kind of do 2 invites every day. And then when the challenge is about to be over, I already start talking about the next one. But, you know, I have a What the F is a Coach group. So that's me inviting to like that. And that's huge. I do so many posts about that one. So I did my first one the other day, like by myself, just me. And there was like 200 people in there and it was just for me. And I didn't get confused, like who signed who brought people who. It was, so now anyone that didn't sign up, those are all follow-ups forever. You know what I mean? But I did 4 posts about that, huge posts about that. And I talked about it on my story every single day, probably for a week. And then, so same thing with the 2B mindset. I'm not that excited about it. I'm not excited about the free group and all that shit. So I talked about it maybe I did think 2 posts about it, and I talked about it in my story maybe twice, but I know I need to do more because it's not for me, guys. I'm honestly doing it for my team. Because if I do it for my team, that makes me have team volume, which equals money. So like I need to do it more. But and then if I do that, what the F is a coach group, that's 3 days, and it goes literally the next Monday after that, which is the first Monday of the month, is a brand new coach training. So then I also promote my new coach trainings. Like, you guys are insane if you don't want to hop in this new coach training. It took me 4 years to figure out how to make this business work, or 3 years, whatever you want to say. So all the stuff that I totally failed and stuff that you shouldn't be doing, like, I'm going to teach you exactly what not to do and what to do to be successful. I didn't have that. I had to legit fail forward and be like a gross coach for like a couple years. So let me teach you how to do it in 12 days or whatever. It's limited spots available. I'm only opening it up to whatever people. You have to show up every single day on your own time, whatever. I literally promote it on Facebook or on Instagram or on my stories. Like, it's crazy. And of course I promote it even in my challenge groups, because I'm like, you guys are like all coaches. Do you want to like make money and get your Shakeology paid for? I also promote it in my What the F is a Coach group. Like, guys, this is over. Like, this is the time to do it. You are literally here for a reason. It's not, on accident. They just popped in this group. So anyway.
I love that. What I was like saying to them is that, guys, you have to remember this too, is that a lot of people that are seeing your posts aren't seeing your stories necessarily. A lot of people that see your story, and I guess vice versa, okay? So think about it this way. Don't think like you're being annoying. And so many of you say, but it's the same people following me, my stories every day. I can't keep inviting them. No, but they're watching. You better track them. You better keep following up with them. Okay, so I love that. What is your biggest piece of advice for new coaches? I have a feeling I know what you're going to say.
Show up every day, no matter what.
Yeah.
I freaking hate when people like even miss one day. So people are like, can I have a call with you? I'm like, no, you didn't even post yesterday.
You have
Absolutely
to, yeah.
So I just say, like, if you don't show up every day, then they're no doubt going to go to somebody else that does. So I always just say, like, I'm not trying to be mean, but like, you working once in a while and taking time away from your family is shitty. You're either going to do it or don't. And my coach told me this: when you're working, work. When you're not working, don't work. People are like, Hayley, why are you answering me? My phone's off. Like, I'm not working. But when I'm working, I freaking get to work. I'm not scrolling. So, yeah, I don't forget where that question was going.
No, I like that. That's getting to that business mindset. If you treat this like a job, guys, it's going to reward you like a job. I saw an awesome girl. She was like a lifestyle influencer or something on Instagram. So she had made this post about how it's like, I'm so tired of people saying like that their passion isn't a job. At the end of the day, it is a job because it is paying you. She's like, I just think the problem is that society puts this bad rap on what a job is. Okay. Mm-hmm. I used to always think that a job was journey of the broke. When I was in Mary Kay, that's what we used to call it all the time, journey of the broke. And it's just living the same cycle over and over again. So yeah, all of you are busy. You're either going to like just add this on top of your plate and dabble into it and just put some of your heart into it like you have with everything else, or you're going to give this all of your heart and you're going to just be busy because you're already busy anyway. And then in 6 months to a year, depending on how hard you hustle and actually show up each day, it's going to blow up. Okay, Brianna, I think that you messaged this to me privately, so I'll just say this really quick. So you mentioned you kept doing challenges and made that transformation fast. What programs did you feel really transformed your body and gave you the best results?
I'll tell you exactly what I did so my results, I got really, really tiny. I don't know if you saw like a couple of my last posts. People have been loving that, by the way. People have been loving the small to bigger. I'm like, weird, but I mean, I do more of what people like, so people have been liking it. So I'm like, cool. So anyway, notice that kind of stuff. If people like it, do more of it. If they don't. But so when I first started, my legs were huge, whatever. I needed to lose like that weight, and I did like 21-day fix and it didn't really touch it too much. And I got results, but not even close to anything on my legs. So then I did, I said, F everything. I'm going to do the hardest program there is and see if it really does work. So I did Insanity. So I did Insanity and I actually did the whole thing. And then I did T25 because it like was new. And then I did Insanity Max 30 because it was new. So that's basically 6 months of the hardest cardio. So I got from really big, not really big, but big for me, to way too small. And I could have stopped, month 3, like, okay, it's time to like add muscle. I was just doing what's next and what's new. And that just so happened to make me tiny. And I was actually like addicted to it for a while because I was like, my legs are like, they never got small. So after that, that's when I started doing the hammer and chisel just came out. So I just did it. I didn't love hammer and chisel. Maybe I would now because I'm a different person now. And then I did Body Beast because I just was like, I need muscle. And I did Body Beast. And then 22-minute hardcore, quarter fours, and now I'm just, I'm doing like cardio, and I try to add in like a day or two of like 21-day fix extreme, either plyo, legs, or cardio, because I like to make my legs look muscly and my butt big.
I love it. I'm with you on hammer and chisel. I can get down with autumn all day. It's some days I just have to be in the mood for a ciggy, and there's some days I'm like, I can't. I just cannot. And I'm like, this is like you're a little creepy, dude. You do make some comments. I'm just like,
I'm the opposite. I can't stand autumn somewhat.
Really? See, it's funny because I remember the first time. I mean, I met her in person, like at formal settings. But one time I got stuck with her. Not stuck with her, but we were both in the elevator.
She's really nice.
She is very nice. Not super early in the morning, and I'm like probably being awkward as fuck. We accidentally got stuck in the elevator together. I was in there, and she ran to catch it, and her bodyguard couldn't. And this was on the first cruise. I'd been a coach for 3 months, and I was invited because somebody was pregnant and couldn't go, and I had the highest success club points. So I think Pat Reelman invited me to be his guest on this cruise, and I'm in the fucking elevator with her. It's like 5:30 in the morning. And I'm like, I swear I just saw you on my TV like 3 days ago. We're standing there. She's shorter than I am. And I was like, I'm Emily. Like, hi. I don't know what to say to her. And she was like, hey. We just stood there and like, it was just so, and I was being weird. I think she was waking up and whatever. But she was super, I mean, I love Autumn. I love her
too. When I was speaking on stage, she was right behind, like she was next to me the whole time. And I was like, I like couldn't breathe because I was going to go on stage with the friggin' microphone thing in my mouth. And I was like, how do you do this? How do you even do this on stage like this? I can't even do this. It sucks. I hate it so much. I don't even want to go up there. And then she was like, calm down. Like, you're going to be fine. And then the next day, I didn't think she'd even remember me. But the next day, she's like, I heard you did great.
There you go.
I was like, you're like really nice.
She's amazing. Okay, so when someone ignores your message or tells you no, Brianna, you know the answer to this. You know this. And when someone ignores your message or tells you no, do you follow up back, and what is your approach?
If we already had a conversation about like signing up, you're saying maybe.
Say if you invited them. You followed up like, hey, girl, not sure if you missed my message last week, but I'm so excited about this group, putting meal plans together. Have you thought about joining us? Something like that. And they said, no, thanks. I'm not interested.
Like, I guess, like, how many times do you, like, follow up with someone if they just keep ignoring or saying no to you? Like, do you do it, like, 5 more times? Do you do it 3 and you're like, okay, bye?
I mean, it depends on the conversation. If they're, like, legit say no, I'm like, okay, bye. Have an awesome week. It's so fun talking to you, whatever. But, if they said yes and then they're just ignoring you, that's like, it makes you want to kill them. So I do like, if it's on Facebook, I don't really do much on Facebook anymore, but I used to do it all the time. I'd do a voice message being like, hey girl, like you told me you really wanted this. And I remember you saying this, 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 and this. And like, it just makes me so sad that you're just not answering me or something. I would be like, it just makes me so sad because this is the reason why I got to quit, both of my jobs. I moved to a state. I'm looking at my dogs right now. I'm sitting outside and it's 80 degrees. This one positive decision of joining a boot camp completely changed my life. And I know it can do for you, but just like, I just want to know why you aren't, committing. I just want to know if it's something I said or not. Because I know I can see this happening for you or whatever, but it's just sad that you're not doing it or something. Whatever it is, I share a little bit of my story and a voice message. And then the next day, I swear to God, they wake up and they sign up.
I would definitely agree with that. Definitely do the voice message, guys. Even the videos, I know it can be awkward on Instagram, but if you're posting your stories and they're watching your stories, they see you every day anyway, with or without makeup on, at your best or worst, whatever. So don't be afraid to send them a message like that. I will be honest and say that I ignored Amy Reelman 8 times in a row. So, you know, I just say go for it. I read a fun fact someplace, I think it was maybe in GoPro, and it said it takes about 7 messages for somebody to like listen to you, like to respond on average. But usually network marketers give up after the 4th message. So guess what? Some girl comes in and she sends an invite and a follow-up, and they're hooked because there's that 6th and 7th message. Don't be afraid, okay? Just keep going for it. Until they block you, I'm like, you're still fucking following me. So I'm just going to keep reaching out. Let me see. And then, okay, yeah. So you got the rest. Last thing, Hayley, and I promise we'll let you go. When you say like put in the work, if there were 3 things that you could only do each day and other than your vitals, because I stress this every day, guys, you can't change other people's lives until you change your life first. So after vitals, like personal development, working out, drinking your shake, if you had 3 things that you had to do, what would they do? What would they be? If you were dashing to, what's the word I'm looking for? Like blow your business up.
Get on FaceTimes with the people in your downline, even if they aren't your personally sponsored. Because Keith makes millions from his downline. Doesn't have to be yours. He actually much rather you like work with your like 3 or 4 levels deep. Obviously your Instagram stories, that's my number 1 priority over everything. And I mean messages, but that's so obvious, guys. But the one-on-ones are like so important. My coach always says he'd much rather me hit Success Club like 10 and create a leader that month than hit 50 and have 0 leaders. Because leaders are what's going to make you money. Like otherwise you're just going to be working for commission the rest of your life. So really focus on, and he always says he'd much rather me believe. And when I didn't believe in the beginning, he'd be like, I need you to take the whole entire like morning to actually see yourself, visualize, believe in this. I'd much rather you do that than post. He says that believing and visualizing that, you know, you can make something of this is 95% of this business. He said the posting is just nothing. So he's all about spiritual and stuff like that. And obviously what he does is working.
Yeah, no, Keith is the shit. Does Keith have a ton of videos on YouTube? I just watch a lot of his from like the diamond groups, and these girls joined a little bit later to be able to get into that.
Nah, I mean, maybe. Yeah. I don't think so. Maybe. Yeah, he has like a podcast and stuff now. Yeah. He actually just wrote a book.
Did he?
Yeah, and I'm in it.
Shut up.
I swear to God, I was like, you didn't even ask me. I could sue you.
How many like, I know that there was a number thrown out at one point. 2 or 5-star diamonds that he has in his downline.
25 plus 5 stars.
Crazy, guys.
He says to make 6 figures, you need to find 5 of you. 5 Hayleys to be 6 figures. To make $1 million, those 5 Hayleys, you need to find their 5 Hayleys. It's all about duplication. One more question. You said 21-day fixed. You do 3 exercises that focus on your butt and legs. Plyo, I know you said legs or cardio, because cardio is friggin' leg day.
Yeah. Okay, you are amazing. I'm not going to be awkward. I'm just going to say, can we take a picture?
Duh.
I'm sorry. Did you hear that?
What are your cards doing?
That was a howl that just came out of my cat's mouth. Okay. 1, 2. Wait, Maddie. Okay, 1, 2, 3. All right, y'all are so cute. Hayley, thank you so much. We love you. You're amazing.
Love you. Thank you, guys. Hey, if you guys get diamond, let me know.
We'll see you all at Summit. Bye.
See you at Summit. Bye.